Yeah, I was looking to edit this video, and when I went to the original news story, it was edited because some of the organizations will actually edit the story after new information comes out. I wasn't sure that they did that, so that's my fault. So I should actually screenshot all my stories first and then go and edit it later, so I don't have to worry about this. So I'll just make do and try to make it as good as I can. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm Leon Lovelace, and this is Unstoppable Force. Coming to do a new story about the North Carolina GOP is just at it again. Okay, North Carolina is a state divided. Its incoming governor and attorney general are Democrats, but its legislators overwhelmingly Republican. True to North Carolina headline-grabbing politics, there's a knockdown, drag-out fight about who gets to control the levers of power before anyone is even sworn in. In the waning hours of Republicans' hold on government in North Carolina, they are proposing bills aimed at significantly curbing Democratic Governor-elect Roy Cooper's power. In a last-minute special session, Republicans introduced a series of bills late Wednesday that would require the governor's cabinet appointments to be approved by the state senate, limit the number of members the governor can appoint to a powerful board of trustees at the University of North Carolina school system and the State Board of Education, significantly cut the number of positions who work directly for the governor from 1,500, a number Republican approved when they had a Republican governor, to 300. Divide members of the Board of Elections, typically appointed by the governor, between parties in a way that gives Republicans control during election years. Two bills also aim to change the state court's partisan makeup. They would make North Carolina just the sixth state in the nation with a partisan state Supreme Court elections, as opposed to a nonpartisan one. The last state to make its top court elections partisan was Pennsylvania in 1921. And an extra layer to appeals cases so that all cases have to go to the full Court of Appeals, which is controlled by Republicans. Obviously, Cooper won't be there to veto all this. The man he defeated, Governor Pat McCrory, is still governor for a few more weeks. As you can imagine, Democrats in North Carolina are epileptic. Cooper held a news conference Thursday in which he called what's happening unprecedented. This is about thwarting the governor's ability to move us forward, he said. We look bad when legislation gets passed in the middle of the night. Representative Darren Jackson, Democrat, accused Republicans Thursday of using hurricane relief as a reason to come back to Raleigh to do a lot of things because you lost an election by 10,000 votes. Okay, so a lot of this is disgraceful because all these powers that the governor has right now. It was fine when Roy Cooper had them, but now that Roy Cooper's about to leave office, now it's too much. So they're just hypocrites, and they're just power hungry. They're just trying to do partisan politics, and they're just trying to increase their power. They're not trying to work for the people of North Carolina at all. They're just trying to screw over the Democrats and Governor Roy Cooper. That's just disgraceful. Because guess what? No doubts about this. If Roy Cooper gets beat by a Republican, then when he comes up for re-election, they're going to put those rules right back into how they were. So it's just, I'm tired of this shit. I mean, really. Yep. And North Carolina Democratic Party spokesman Jamal Little's statement is worth including in full for its fieriness. This is an unprecedented, shameful, and cowardly power grab from Republicans. After losing the governor's office, the GOP-controlled General Assembly is attempting to hold on to the power that voters took away from them. Make no mistake, the legislation we are seeing today are attempts from Republicans to assert power from Governor-elect Roy Cooper after losing the election. Republicans should be ashamed of these unprecedented power grabs that have no place in our democracy. And the Republicans, he said, it's within their rights to do so. They're doing it for politics. They're not doing it to help the people. So that's why it's egregious. It's because they're just doing this to increase the power that they have. And it's not like they don't have any power because they already have a filibuster-proof majority. So, I mean, this is just shameful. And adding to Democrats' dismay is the fact many were caught by surprise. At the request of McCrory, GOP legislative leaders convened a special session this week to approve $200 million of disaster recovery aid for Hurricane Matthew and wildfires. There have been rumors for weeks that they would also use the time to pack the state Supreme Court with GOP appointees, but that never came to fruition. But then on Wednesday, as the special session for hurricane relief aid was coming to a close, GOP lawmakers convened another immediately on top of it and wouldn't say what it was for until the bills dropped. So maybe some of these laws can be stopped by the state Supreme Court or one of the state courts, because if they're just, having special sessions, secret special sessions to create laws, that sounds like it's probably not legal. Maybe it's legal, but it's definitely laws that shouldn't be passed, because they're not designed to help the people of North Carolina. That's why they're doing it in secret. Oh, and this is just also shows how pathetic the Democrats are, because just earlier this year, the legislature had a special session to push the House Bill 2. Yeah, they just passed the House Bill 2 to discriminate against transgender people. So, I mean, they should have seen this coming and been ready to fight this, because it just happened earlier this year. He says now it's Democrats' turn to use every tool they have. They're declaring the special session unconstitutional, but notably their objections are on a procedural point of order, not on the bill themselves. Because the bills might be legal to do that, it's just, like I said before, it's just really hypocritical, and it's just really kind of be an obstructionist, because they're doing this just to increase their power at the detriment of Roy Cooper, the new Democratic governor. That's because the state legislature is probably acting within its rights. It does have the prerogative to limit the number of political appointments the governor can make, said UNC constitutional law professor Michael Gerhardt, who spoke to the Fix before the bills were introduced. The concern, Gerhardt said, is how lawmakers are powering through these changes in such a blatantly political way. A Republican legislator convening a special session to limit an incoming Democratic governor's power. Perhaps more importantly for North Carolina, what's happening now doesn't bode well for relations between the two groups, who are already expected to be contentious. Cooper ousted McCrory by some 10,000 votes out of more than 4 million cast. Republicans in the state legislature have a supermajority capable of overriding Cooper anytime they want. Also says North Carolina politics could be taking its cue from Washington, too. President Obama's legacy has been stymied in the courts thanks to lawsuits brought on by more than 24 GOP state attorneys general and sometimes even Congress itself. It could be well that people will take a page from that, Gerhardt said. They look at what happened at the federal level and think, maybe we need to do it at the state level. But, much like Washington, how you view what's going on in North Carolina is probably through the lens of politics. Gerhardt added, if you're a big D Democrat, this worries you. If you're a big R Republican, maybe it worries you, maybe it doesn't. Oh, then I did watch a short clip of Roy Cooper. And similar to Obama, he started talking pretty much, and after a minute or two, I got to start compromising. I want to compromise with the Republicans to make sure that we could, help pass laws and go forward with our creating bills and so forth. So it's already not looking good. So we're going to have to fight him and push him to actually attack the Republicans and not just talk about, let's just work together, even though we're on different teams. We could still, we still have a lot of similarities and blah, blah, blah. I'm buddies with you, but you're not buddies with me. You're going to punch me in the mouth, and I'm just going to smile and shake your hand. So, so we'll just have to be ready. All right, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.